Hey guys, how's it going? Andy Grossman with Dodge This Arms Talk. Just wanted to take a second to talk about the gun activists that are all over everything right now, talking about the Florida shooting and with their solutions to the Florida shooting, and obviously banning guns, and it's the guns' fault and everything else. I've been I've been getting grief on Facebook, I guess I could say, for lack of better terms, right now, all day about from these gun rights activists and stuff like that about how they need to ban guns and the gun, the AR-15, the assault rifle, went into that school in Florida and killed 17 people and wounded others. I This argument is what I call blind emotional idiocracy. That's exactly what it is. These people are so blinded by emotions that the garbage that spews out of their mouth is just totally idiotic. Blind emotional idiocracy. And that's what these people are commenting on, and that's what they're referring to when they come up with their plans for getting rid of guns and blaming everything that happened on the gun. I have an AR-15, what they would call an assault rifle, right here with me. This gun has sat in my office all day today. It's clear. Checked it. This gun has not shot one person, has not hurt one person. In fact, my 4-year-old son has even walked in the room with this gun and it never shot him. It never attacked him. It never killed him. The cat didn't die today. The dogs didn't die. This gun has not hurt a person today. This gun is a tool. That's what a firearm is a tool. It takes a person to operate that tool. So I also have with me your basic hammer. This is your basic carpenter's claw hammer that's used to pound nails. This hammer, if I set it on my desk, it just sits on the desk. It's not going to operate. It cannot do anything by itself, just like this AR cannot do anything by itself without my hands holding it and actually physically operating it. I don't understand what is so hard about this concept that a gun is a tool, just like a hammer. You cannot pound a nail. This hammer cannot pound a nail by itself without me holding it and pounding a nail into a piece of wood. It's impossible. Otherwise, it just sits there in a toolbox, on my desk, wherever, in a tool belt. It just sits there. It cannot do the work by itself. This hammer also could be used as an assault hammer. As a person performs the act of assault on somebody, if they're using a hammer, technically, we could call this hammer right here an assault hammer. So if I bash somebody's skull in with a hammer, I've now created an assault hammer. Just like if I go and shoot somebody with an AR-15, that makes it the action of assaulting somebody. So the weapon was used for assault. It is not an assault rifle. Assault is an action. What we do is that action. This is not an assault rifle. This is an AR-15, Armalite rifle. That's what this is. This gun cannot kill anybody by itself without a person operating it. As is this hammer cannot pound nails without somebody grabbing it and operating it. This is not a hard concept. Anybody that tries to say otherwise is literally acting on nothing but blind emotional idiocracy. And that, unfortunately, is what this whole debate is about. Something happened that's terrible, and it's emotional, and people are emotional about it, and I get that. That's fine to be emotional about something. But if you're going to be emotional about something and not have any validation, and you're just blindly acting on your emotions, you cannot get anything done. It's impossible. Nothing good can come of that. When you actually act on fact and not your emotions, things can happen. So, with that all being said, this gun did not walk into a school and kill 17 people. It didn't. The person walked into the school with the gun and used it to kill 17 people. That's the end of the story. So if you want to talk about gun reform and banning guns because they kill people and they're bad and there's no use for this gun, I think it's funny that people tell me that there's no use for this gun. This gun right here, I know multiple people that go hunting with it to provide food for their families. Me, myself, hunt with an AR-15 for food so I can provide food to my family. A lot of people defend their houses with these guns. They have multiple purposes. They are not just weapons of mass destruction and assault rifles. They're not. That's not a real thing. An assault rifle is not a real thing. That's all there is to it. So until we can stop acting on blind emotional idiocracy and start actually looking at facts and to find a solution for the problem, there's nothing's going to get done. These kids can go all over the news and, you know, their march on whatever, the 24th or whatever they're doing, is, you know, they're gonna make a difference and they're gonna change guns and they're gonna shut down the NRA. How did the NRA have anything to do with the shooting in a school? These people act like the NRA had something to do with the shooting in the school. The NRA is an organization. It's actually the number one teaching organization in the world. So when they say that the NRA kills kids, again, blind emotional idiocracy. Their emotions are looking for somebody to blame or something to blame. So we're going to blame the NRA and we're going to blame the AR-15. It's bullshit. That's all there is to it. Stop acting on blind emotional idiocracy and start looking at facts. Whatever your opinion is on this subject, look at facts, not your emotions. Look through it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.